Exactly where this is and what this is may be hard to believe. It's not Western Africa, but rather a gymnasium in the Bronx in New York City. And it's no wedding, but a funeral, Ghanaian style.
Funerals are one of the most important events in Ghanaian society, Ghanaian families. So that's one thing that everybody stops what they're doing and pay attention to that.
Frederick Noma Addison is a journalist from the West African country of Ghana who lives now in Washington, D.C. He says funerals are considered an investment in the memory of the deceased.
There are other events like birthday parties or maybe the birth of a child. You could miss that. But for a funeral, if you count as a family member or anybody who is important to that family, you don't miss that.
Nana Mponsa is a leader in this community of immigrants from West Africa. It's his mother that hundreds have come to honor. How important is it for you that people come, pay their respects?
It shows the good work I'm doing for the community. I'm a community leader, so I help my people. So when something happens like that, they all come to help me. It's like they are rendering the service back to me.
His mother died almost a full year before this funeral. But with so much planning and money involved, funerals can be months in the making. This one cost $25,000.
It costs money, but my mother brought me to the world. So no matter how much I spend on my mother, I feel great.
Part of this is mourning,
yes,
but there is an awful lot of celebrating.
and I'll speak to that. Yes, there is. If this person has lived a good life, has hit 75, 80 years, and has lived a very good life, has accomplished a lot, has raised good children, very well positioned in society, yes, there is mourning, but also we reflect on his or her good life and celebrate.
It's a celebration alive throughout this country of 25 million, where it doesn't take long to find a funeral. The roots of this tradition run deep here in West Africa, in Ghana itself, where even in poor villages like this one, people save up as much as they can to throw the biggest funeral party possible. We went to a very small village in Ghana and saw a funeral where it appeared they didn't have a lot of money, but it was still a big production.
Right, and I like the word production. It is a production. It's a way of honoring the deceased and honoring their family. So even if it's a poor family or they don't have too much, it's still honorable. It's done in an honorable way.
And while a funeral lasts just a few hours, since eternity is, well, eternity, it's important to spend it in style. Which brings us to this coastal road in Ghana's capital city, Accra, where elaborate casket makers, really artists, have set up shop. How does it open? Just like that. And then you'd put the body right inside.
Yes. People just call me and then they say, this is the shape I want. And then, you know, I just have to take into imagination what I have to do to make it look like reality.
Eric Anang's imagination runs wild in his carpentry shop. He's made everything from a tilapia casket for a fisherman to a cocoa pod for a farmer. Coffins can reflect occupation, clan symbols, or just what the dead enjoyed most in life.
People who are buried in this happens to be the head of a family. You know, it's a symbol for a particular clan.
These colorful coffins are a special way that Ghanaians honor the departed. Funerals are a way to show off the money, the wealth,
yes,
the education.
Yes.
The bigger your funeral,
yes,
the more powerful you are.
The more powerful you are.
A design coffin, best not hidden in a hearse, but carried above heads and down streets. But for Eric, an artist as much as a carpenter, it's a bittersweet end.
I really don't feel comfortable when I see them going under the ground like that.
So you can't get too attached to your artwork because a lot of it you'll never see again?
Yes.
Some Americans might look at this and say, this seems over the top. It seems crazy to spend that much money after the person is already dead.
Well, it's also cultural. And, you know, I wouldn't say it's good or bad, but culture is culture. You know, tradition is tradition.
And tradition is certainly alive back here in the Bronx. After all, it is the party of a lifetime.